Hello everyone, this is a casual fan. The Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, the second race of the season, is just around the corner. The first race was won by Charles Leclerc in his Ferrari, as Max Verstappen suffered from reliability issues throughout the race and ended up retiring near the end. Lewis Hamilton scored a podium as Sergio Perez also had to retire because of reliability issues. Having said that, what happened at the Bahrain Grand Prix is now in the past. Now we are looking forward to the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, a race that had probably far too much going on during the entire duration last season. In this video, as well it would be evident from the title, we will be making the top 5 predictions for the race. We will revisit these predictions after the race to see how many of these were right and how many fell flat. Guys, before we proceed, please hit the subscribe button and support this channel. We are at 500 subscribers right now and the aim, for now the aim is to get this to 1000. Okay, now with that out of the way, let's begin our prediction for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Remember what happened last year? I'll just give you a slight recap of the incidents we had last season in this race. First, it was Mick Schumacher in the wall. Then we had one safety car, 2 red flags, and after that, the crazy battle between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. The chaos was not only limited to the F1 Grand Prix, as the F2 race was abandoned after a crash at the start of the race. To be honest, I'm not completely confident that the track for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix is safe for Formula 1. The speeds are very high while the track is very narrow. This is a perfect recipe for a disaster of a race. Now, although I hope no one gets injured or is involved in a serious accident, I feel the race is going to feature chaos. It's not going to be a somewhat straightforward race like the one at Bahrain that we had. There are going to be stoppages, there are going to be safety cars, and be ready to expect a surprise result. A surprise podium, in fact, is also not out of question. Okay, now talking about results, I feel this is my first bold prediction. Red Bull and Max Verstappen were, for the lack of a better word, always a step behind Ferrari at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Sure, Red Bull had a great car around the circuit, but Ferrari had a better one. Sure, Verstappen put together a great lap during qualifying, but Leclerc's lap was a tenth faster. Even during the race, sure, Max jumped down the inside of turn 1 to snatch the lead from Leclerc. Leclerc was better as he took the lead back in turn 4. At every moment in the race, whenever Red Bull threw something at Ferrari, Ferrari was able to respond. And as a result, even before Max had encountered the reliability issues with the car, he had already lost the race to Leclerc. Now coming to the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, things are a bit different. The track layout is different from Bahrain. While Bahrain is a great mix of slow and fast speed corners, Jeddah predominantly features fast speed corners. Out of the two cars, it was evident that the Ferrari was a better car in the slow speed parts in Bahrain, while Red Bull had the edge on the fast speed corners. Now sure, the setups played a role as well, but in terms of car characteristics, it does seem this is where the advantages lie for both cars. Keeping that in mind, at Saudi Arabia, we might see Red Bull edge Ferrari in terms of competitiveness, although I still expect the battle to be very close. So to add to this, after the double DNF at Bahrain, Red Bull will be motivated to jump back into the championship and will leave nothing to chance, and hence, keeping all these factors in mind, I'm picking Max Verstappen to win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. The Mercedes fans, I fear I have bad news for the weekend. The two of the biggest issues faced by Mercedes right now is the excessive drag generated by the car, and secondly, the porpoising issue that has held the team back from unleashing the true potential of the car. At a track like Jeddah with a bunch of high-speed sections and two ridiculously long straights, you need a car that has a handle on the purposing effect and is not carrying excess drag on the straights. The Mercedes is not that car right now. And just a few days after the first race, it would be ridiculous to expect the team to completely transform the car. For the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, I feel we might see a bigger gap between Mercedes and the frontrunners during qualifying. And there might even be a possibility where the German team gets challenged by the midfield teams as well. As I mentioned earlier, the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix is going to be a chaotic one. Expect incidents, safety cars, and maybe even a red flag or two. In such races, there is always a potential of a freak result in the race. That's where my pick for the Alpine drivers come in. Both Esteban Ocon and Fernando Alonso have shown the ability to think on their feet and take advantage of some freak situations in the race. Last year at the Hungarian Grand Prix, Ocon was at the right place at the right time. Alonso also sprung a surprise in Baku, while at this very race last season, Ocon was almost able to land a podium before losing out to Bottas on the line. Alpine is currently 5th or 6th fastest car on the grid and has a decent handle on its purposing issues. For the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, watch out for these Alpine drivers because I feel they are capable of pulling a freak result out of the hat. Now that's my final prediction for the Saudi Arabian GP. I expect McLaren to score a point in this race. Now having said that, let me be clear about one thing. I don't expect McLaren to be back to its 2021 season form. No, that's not possible to turn it around in such a short time. However, my prediction is on the basis of the fact that McLaren has two really good drivers and the track for the race, I feel the track is going to yield a chaotic race. And if the race is chaotic and we see multiple retirements in the race because of either collisions or crashes, we can expect either of Lando Norris or Daniel Ricciardo to sneak through or score a point or two for the team. So these are my bold predictions for the race. What do you guys think? What are your predictions for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix? Do let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching and see you next time.